Good morning and welcome to another edition of Battletech Advanced, brought to you by Commando Gaming, Strategic Gaming, and brought to you live on twitch.tv. At Commando Gaming 1, we're continuing our series on Battletech Advanced. Keeping a close eye to see if there'll be an update on the mod over the weekend. Haven't heard anything one way or the other. In the meantime, we've got some new mechs to play with. Let me manage our tasks here. I want to try this brand new Crusader. And so we picked up a Crusader yesterday. I'm very interested. It's got really high firepower. Uh-oh. We're getting a warning. What's going on with this Crusader? Mounts one or more weapons that requires ammo. Oh. Let me take this machine gun off. Because I don't need that machine gun there. That means we can actually throw on... Let's see what we can throw on here. Something that's half a ton, huh? Yeah, might as well do an ER small laser here. Or wait, no. Let's do a tag. When in doubt, putting a tag on a mech is almost always a great idea. So let's do that. Lose a little of our durability, but it should pay off.
I'll get it in the schedule.
Manage that. All right, we got 3 days to a financial report, so we need to make some cash. So let's get into it. We've got a capture base, a bug hunt. Let's do the bug hunt just as a warm-up mission. Nice salvage here, 7 out of 30. Alright, so we're going to take a Dragonfire, Thantanos, Heliopus, Grasshopper. We're going to take off the Crab. And let's put in our new... Oh, are we still doing repairs for the Crusader? I thought the Crusader was ready. Yeah, the Crusader's here. We should be able to use it. It's ready to go. I'm confused. There it is. Okay. I had to put it in the top of the mech bay for it to be available. So we'll put this new Crusader in place of our Crab HD. Really curious about what we can do with this Crusader. As you can see, this Crusader, if I bring it up here, has tremendous close range damage and medium range damage because it has reloading rocket launcher 100, which means you get 2 shots of amazing firepower. So I'm interested to see, and then you're gonna have to really think about the most efficient way to use those shots. You know, do you wait until you have a really high percentage close range shot? Do you maneuver it to the rear of a mech and just let it rip for a one-shot kill? There's lots of different ways you could skin the cat on a mech with that much close range firepower. So we'll see how it goes. So also give some time for everyone to load into our stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find our streams at twitch.tv, Commando Gaming 1. If you give us a follow, you're entered into our free Funko Pop giveaway, so please consider giving us a follow. Not only will you be notified when we have great gameplay, but you'll be entered into our random Funko Pop giveaway. Load up any second now. Let me just make sure. I like to make sure I have as few things running in the background as possible. That's one of the best things you can do to improve game performance, regardless of the game, is making sure you absolutely have as little as possible running in the background of your computer, because
command interface initiated.
We don't really realize how many things we have running in the back of our computer and how that can impact your computer's performance. So, you know, things like if you're playing a game that doesn't actively interact with the internet, one of the things you could do is you could turn off your virus protection, because that takes up a huge amount of computer power. Also, make sure you don't have updates running in the background. Minimize the internet is a huge hog for computer firepower. Looks like I saw a Victor there as one of our targets. I think our assassination target is a Victor. Alright, so we have the terrorist, which is up there. Supporters, enemy forces, which are there. Ambushers, which are there. So probably the smartest thing for us to do is to go after these supporting enemy forces here. And then we'll go after the assassination target. We're going to have a bit of a slog to get across the map.
Alright, let's get down to it. Alright, let's get down to it.
On the way, nice and slow.
Roger.
I want to thank everybody for the follows.
Aye, aye.
We've actually succeeded in updating our software
No
to
problem.
say thank you to those follows in real time.
Keep your eyes peeled, Commander. This
It's
looks
one
like
of the
an
things
ideal
that's
place
hard
an
for me to
ambush.
do mid-streams, to keep track of those follows and acknowledge them. I'll try to acknowledge them
I'm on
as
the
well.
clock. What do you want?
But actually putting these alerts into the chat actually helps me acknowledge
On the
them
way, nice
in
and
the chat
slow.
as well. So thank you,
Confirm.
Gercio Official, for the follow. Thank you, Berts1 _1 for the follow. Really appreciate it.
Roger that.
All right, we got this mountain in
Moving
between
to
us
position.
and the enemy force. It actually works to our advantage here. We're going to have to skirt around here to get to that initial enemy force.
I'm on the clock. What do you want? Alright, let's get down to it. Alright, let's get down to it.
On the way, nice and slow.
Coordinates received.
Huh.
On the move.
Our new Crusader, with all that firepower, seems to be a little on the slow side, which is going to be a little challenging. We're going to have to see how we play that out.
Alright, let's get down to it.
About the same
Alright,
speed as our
let's get down
Heliopist.
to
It's
it.
going to be hard
On the
to
way,
use
nice and
that
slow.
rocket launcher Crusader if it's
Move
that
order
slow.
Affirmative.
Might just be train
Locking in
issue.
coordinates.
Let's see.
Consider it done.
Alright, we're getting closer to those enemy
On the clock.
forces.
What do you want? Alright, let's get down to
You know, I appreciate the size of
On the way, nice
the
and slow.
tactical and strategic
On my way.
mapping now, but sometimes it's just
I read you, Commander.
the map is
Moving
too
out.
big.
Moving
Like,
out.
Move order.
we've got our command stretched all the way across the map here. And that's a little problematic.
I'm on the clock. What do you want? Alright, let's get down to it.
On the way, nice and slow.
Move into position.
Speed there in the ship.
One way you can really get your company killed quickly is if you can't concentrate your forces.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
One of the easiest ways for us to take out the enemy is when we get one of the enemy units by
Alright,
itself and
let's
we
get
can
down to
concentrate
it.
forces. Well, the exact same thing can happen to you.
Got it.
Move order received.
Moving out.
Alright, we got enemy contact now.
Standing by.
Alright, so it looks like the enemy supporting forces are stuck in this valley over here. Alright, so let's see what we're
Aye,
up
aye.
against. Alright, so we got a javelin, a blackjack, and a 55 tonner. So then the question becomes, can we... How much forces do we have to send over here versus going towards the primary objective? So let's... we have to be smart about this. So one good thing is we've saved some precision strikes. So one thing I've always told you is certain mechs you attack certain ways. So blackjack, one of the biggest things you do, biggest way you can take away its firepower is go for the arms. Actively go for the arms on a blackjack, and you can do significant damage to their weapons.
I hear ya.
And then before you know it, you have a much less dangerous threat. Alright.
Waiting on you, Commander. Right, Commander.
Alright. Hopefully we'll get some more lucky shots on those arms.
Got it.
There we go, some good hits on one of the arms there. Did not take
Yeah,
out any of
critical
the
hit.
weapons, but that blackjack is already in a tough place. But we're still going to have to dig out these enemies from that
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
canyon, which is going to be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah. What can I do you for?
We got our Crusader slowly getting into position. This Crusader is going to be hard to maneuver because it doesn't have a lot of speed, but it has a lot of
I'm
firepower.
on the clock. What do you want?
So we're going to have to figure out how useful this fire starter is. Alright, one thing we can do, we can start heading towards the assassination target with
Let's
part
make
of our
some bad
force.
decisions at high speed.
What do you need, Commander?
Give me 1 second,
Time
guys.
to pour on
I'll
the
be right
speed.
back.
Alarm off.
Sorry about that. I had to turn off the alarm. Don't need that going off in the middle of our stream. Ooh, good hits. Good hit potential on our blackjack here. So let's do a Battle Lord. And we'll hit this blackjack.
Heat be damned, I'm firing
Alright.
everything.
Nice hits there. We took some weapons off
target's
that
having a real
blackjack.
bad day.
That's one of the beauties of the fire support. Having some artillery on the map means even if your artillery piece can't get to where the rest of your lance is quickly, it could still give you fire support. Alright, see what this blackjack does. It's in a world of hurt. It hasn't even shot at us yet. Alright, gets 1 PPC shot at us. A couple of medium lasers. Not as bad as it could have been. Alright, we got a hunchback. And a Wolverine. So that's a sizable force of mediums in that valley. So we're going to need, I would say, 4 mechs to go in there and clear out all those enemy mechs. And that will leave us 3 mechs to start working towards
Ready for orders.
our main objective. Alright, so one thing we can do is, you don't have to rush towards the enemy.
Roger. Full speed.
In this type of scenario, while you're waiting for the rest of your force to show up, it's really easy for you to just do some sniping. A good example here, I don't really care about salvage on a blackjack too much, so we're going to do a center torso called strike on this blackjack.
Target confirmed.
There we go. There's one of the enemies down.
Hostile removed.
What can I
So
do
that
for you?
puts me in a position where I'm trying to think about how much of a force do I need to put in this valley to finish off this force. I'm starting to think we can use the Phoenix Hawk, the Firestarter, and maybe the Grasshopper, and then send everybody else up the hill towards the primary target. Especially since we're going to put a bead on this javelin right here.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Alright, so that's another enemy that's almost out of the equation already.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
So I think that means we could pull out our Dragonfire, for example, and head it towards the primary objective. So that'll give us 4 mechs towards the primary
Ready for
objective,
order.
and 3 mechs to
Double
finish
time.
off those
Let's go.
enemy supporters. And I think we'll be fine there. Especially since our artillery piece could still provide fire support all the way across the map.
Let's make some bad decisions at the highest speed.
So we got to get to the high ground, which looks like where the enemy
What do you need, Commander?
forces, the enemy assassination target is, up on the high ground.
Time to pour on the speed.
All right, Heliopus, what do you got? You can go after the javelin. Wolverine, the Hunchback. Alright, let's go after the Wolverine and use some Inferno and some HE. Alright, we did some area damage there, including increasing the heat on the Wolverine up to by 30. Keep working our Grasshopper over there
On my way.
in case
Double
it's
time.
needed to finish off that enemy force. Huh. There's another enemy in that valley. There's lots of enemies in that... Oh, there's 2 more enemies in that valley. But what we can do is we can move our force that's going up the hill to shoot down into the
Losing arms
valley as
left and
well
right
to
here.
provide support. And if we keep the Firestarter and the Phoenix Hawk evasive, it's going to drive these enemies that are still in this valley a little nuts. Because they're putting a lot of their forces against 2 mechs, with 1 on the way.
Orders.
Alright, and our Firestarter Omni can do things like
I copy.
jump to the high ground, just to drive them nuts. And again, we don't really care about salvage on a Javelin. So let's do a center torso strike on this Javelin. Nice hits there.
Critical hit, Commander.
You don't always have to get the most dangerous enemy off the field. You just want to get as many enemies off the field as quickly as possible.
I hear ya.
Alright, we're going to do the same thing
Here
with
we
our
go.
Phoenix Hawk. Jump it, keep it highly evasive, put it on top of the hill where it has a accuracy advantage. Let's go after that Javelin again. And there goes the Javelin. So there goes. We've destroyed 2 enemies with minimal
Should've
damage to
run
our
when you had
mechs.
the chance.
That's a perfect situation here. We're tying up a large enemy force with a small amount,
I'm on the clock.
Of our
What do you
force.
want?
which means we can start maneuvering our
Let's
main
make some
force
bad decisions and highs.
to either engage from the sides of that force in the valley, or to go after the primary target.
All on ass.
It's not just what mechs you have, it's how you use them that is so critical. Eventually this Firestarter Omni is going to be to a point where we probably have to pull it
On the
back
clock. What do you want?
from the main action here, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Alright, so we're actually going to move
Let's make some
or
bad
force up this
decisions
valley
and
so we can
highs.
actually get above that force in the valley,
What do you need, Commander?
and we're going to be able to do a lot of damage
On the way, nice and
at
slow.
long range here. Alright, let's see what we could use our artillery for fire support on. Let's go for this hunchback in the
Heat
distance.
be damned, I'm firing everything.
Great opportunity to do some splash damage on multiple mechs there.
What do you need?
Alright, pushing in our grasshopper. Our grasshopper can now provide some fire support for our fire starter and our Phoenix Hawk.
Engage.
Just to let the enemy know we have more reinforcements coming.
Adjusting targeting.
Our fire starter still is taking damage, so we're going to have to be cognizant of the fact that at some point, usually a fire starter gets to the point where you either have to eject it or you need to... Thank you for the follow, Octavian54. Really appreciate that. Oof. See, our Firestarter Omni's now really getting beat up.
Oh crap, what was that?
Now, the good news is the enemy overheated there.
I can see why people enjoy this line of work.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so easiest thing, our Firestarter Omni can now literally just
Jumping.
jump back with the main force. Because it was getting a
Waiting
little
on
too
you,
hot
Commander.
for it there. And then we can have our
I lead.
Phoenix
I
Hawk
score.
continue to stay evasive and nip at this enemy force at long range.
No sweat.
Nice hits there.
Battle mech power-up detected.
I'm on the clock. What do you want? Let's make some bad decisions at high speed.
What's up, Commander?
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
So you can see I'm getting my second enemy force in a great position to ambush those forces in the valley. We're setting up an ambush.
What do you need, Commander?
In the meantime, our artillery can keep pounding them.
Time to
At
pour
long
on the
range.
speed.
Yeah, we'll take that shot.
Heat be damned, I'm firing everything.
Good hits there. Plus 27 heat.
Ready for orders.
Alright, we're going to keep pushing up our grasshopper. Alright, we kind of have this hunchback here isolated. Let's do precision strike on one of the legs.
Affirmative.
Yeah, we ended up hitting everything except the leg there, but that's okay. Ooh, that hunchback overheated and shut down thanks to our artillery strikes,
I can see why
which
people
makes
enjoy
him a
this line of
easy
work.
target when the time comes. In fact, the time is now because we can actually
Roger.
jump our fire starter back in. He's got a little bit of cover from the rest of the enemy force, and let's go for a headshot here on this
Engaging the
hunchback.
target.
We're in great position to go for his head. Didn't happen, but we got a lot of damage in
Reporting
because
critical
he's a
hit.
sitting duck.
What can I do for you?
Let's Again,
Taking the high road.
keep jumping, keep our Phoenix Hawk evasive. And we can get in some more cheap shots here on this Hunchback.
Right, Commander.
Nice hit there.
When I shoot you, you'll take it.
And there he goes. So if you're keeping count, we've destroyed 3 mechs
I'm on the clock.
at the cost
What
of
do you want?
slight damage to one of our light mechs. That's a sizable advantage for us so far. Not bragging, just explaining
Waiting for orders.
how strategy
Piece
can
of cake.
offset being outnumbered and outgunned every time. Using the proper strategy is
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
super critical. Alright, here we go. Our Thantanos is moving up to the high ground here. And now it's really going to become a turkey shoot, because look at our accuracy shooting down into this valley. We have another precision strike available. Let's go for a head.
One attitude shot.
Chances for a headshot go up substantially when you're shooting from a height advantage.
What do you need, Commander?
Let's hit that Hunchback. We'll do shape charges. And we can use Battle Lord again, which increases both the damage and the accuracy. So let's hit that Hunchback, hopefully, with some shape charges.
Heat be damned,
On
I'm
the head?
firing everything.
Oh, alright. Not as accurate as I would have liked there. But we still got some hits. Alright, time to jump our Firestarter Omni back out of the fight.
Yep.
Alright, push up our Grasshopper. And start working on this overheated Wolverine. Nice hits there at long range. Firestarter Omni, you are...
Critical hit.
You
Critical
could
hit.
easily be done with this mission. We're gonna have to see.
Ah, I can see why people enjoy this line of work.
Firestarter Omni, you need a break.
Lifting off.
Let's get you into a ravine, so you're protected.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And we're gonna keep pecking away at these enemies
Time to
with our
fly.
Phoenix Hawk at long range. Thanks everybody for joining the stream. We're doing an assassination mission right now. We're working on the supporting enemy forces that are stuck in this valley. It's become a bit of a turkey shoot,
Betcha.
because we've gotten the high ground on 2 sides of the valley. Really, all they can really do to attack us effectively is do some LRMs, but that's really not going to turn the tide of this fight. We've got the enemy boxed in quite nicely in this canyon.
I'm showing minor damage.
All right.
They think they can hurt me.
Oh, and that Wolverine destroyed itself by overheating. It kept firing even though it was well over the red line,
I'm on the clock.
and there was an ammo explosion. So, one of the best, easiest ways right now to kill an enemy force
Bad decisions at high speed.
is to get them to overheat right now, because the AI is super aggressive even if they're overheating. It's kind of a glitch in the mod right now. Thank you for following the stream, Haw Calves. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Haw Calves. Yep. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Alright, so we're up on top of a hill. Let's do a precision strike. As you can see, since we're on top of a hill, the chances of a headshot go way up. So let's take advantage of that. Go for the head. Lots of damage there on that strike.
Oh, I needed salvage anyway.
Good to go.
I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. Feel free to pop in and say hello in the chat room. Let us know how your day's going, what your plans are. If you have any questions about this game, or Battletech, or modding, or Battletech lore, throw them at me. I'll see if I can answer them for you. Alright, another opportunity for a precision strike here. We'll go for the head again. 15% chance of getting a head strike here. But we took a miss.
I'm legally obligated to inform you I'm paid per
Hey
kill.
Santa Claus, thanks for joining us.
What do you need,
How are
Commander?
things down under? You guys are doing so good with COVID in Australia.
pour on
Last
the
time I
speed.
checked. Are you guys anywhere near the crisis we're in? Because we're now up to 100 and, I think yesterday was 182 COVID cases in one day. And I think we're going to be in shutdown territory super quick here. I've recommended to everybody, if you could safely
Ooh,
do it,
is it
try
time
to
to
do
press the Alpha
things
Strike button? I
that
love
you
the
will
Alpha Strike
regret not doing before you get locked down again. So
Standing by.
one of the things I made sure I did yesterday was get a haircut, because who knows
No shooting. Just
if they shut down all of the hair salons and barber shops, when I'm going to be able to get a haircut again. Now, I could do it myself, because when I was in the military, we would give ourselves haircuts all the time, but
confirmed.
I do prefer going to an expert, especially since with my job, I'm on video conference calls all the time, so the last thing I want is to mess up my haircut
Aye, aye.
on a conference call, or a stream for that matter. Santa Claus says it's warm weather here wise, and no COVID doesn't affect me much. That's really great to hear. I know
Ready for orders.
down under they've done a great job of managing COVID.
Up high.
They're virtually COVID free in Australia. I'm not going to say 100%
for you?
COVID free, but compared to what's happening in the United States, they've done an
Here we
amazing
go.
job in Australia. Incidentally, Santa Claus, when someone says down under, is that a cringeworthy thing? Because that's kind of like part of the marketing. You're like, oh, they're using that cliche down under. Or is it something that Australians actually embrace? Like, yeah, we're from down under.
Special delivery.
I'm always curious because we get a lot of the stereotypical advertising campaigns about Australia, and I'm sure sometimes people in Australia kind of roll their heads at some of the phrases, you know. Oh, and he destroyed himself. That helps. That always helps. So if you're an Australian, just to finish up this thought, and you hear somebody say, "Oh, shrimp on the Barbie," right? Are you like, "Oh God"? We don't all just hang around having shrimp on the Barbie. There's other things we do. But, you know, marketing campaigns are what they are. Ooh, headshot, headshot. Nice shots on that trebuchet there. I could have sworn that was a headshot
Commander,
there. I think we got ripped off.
consider it done.
I'm on the clock. What do you
Let's
want?
finish off this last ambusher, and then we should be able to just focus on our primary objective here. Alright, that's 8 enemies down.
Be obligated to inform you on
At the cost of some minor damage to one of our mechs.
What do you need, Commander?
That is a successful
Time
campaign
to
right
pour on
there.
the speed.
Thanks everybody for joining the stream. We're just finishing up an assassination, and then we will push through towards another mission as quickly as
Double
possible.
time. Let's go.
Good morning, Askewed One. I wasn't sure we were going to see you this morning because you've got an awesome PlayStation 1, or PlayStation 5.
I'm on the clock.
PlayStation 1, and I'm taking us back to the 80s, but I know you have a great
All right,
PlayStation
let's get
5.
down to it.
Um,
All right,
I'm sure
let's
some
get
people
down
in the
to
stream
it.
would be interested to know what your initial review of the
On the way,
PlayStation
nice
5
and
is.
slow.
So if you want to share that with us, I'd love to hear about it. Love to hear how your initial
Time to
PlayStation
fly.
5 is going. Santa Claus says, we don't bother much about the cringe type phrases, especially from free roaming cowboys who live in a trigger happy environment. Oh, are you calling me a free roaming cowboy
Yes, Commander.
who lives in a trigger happy environment? I think that was a dig, Santa Claus, and I fully embrace
Location
that.
confirmed.
I know Americans can be very cringeworthy.
Fire subject.
I know Americans can be cringeworthy. I like to think I'm not as bad as most Americans.
I hear you.
I'm pretty well traveled. I think I have a high level of cultural understanding for other places,
Pedal to the
and I
metal.
try not to stereotype people because I've traveled extensively around the world. So
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
I hope I'm not a trigger happy cowboy, but I'm just always curious
Bad decisions.
in other cultures how people get annoyed with things like catchphrases and advertising gimmicks that are meant to get people to come to the country.
Moving fast.
Skewed One says, I wasn't either. I've been playing Fuser for most of the night. Set up to look took a bit of time to make space for it. Oh, you took time to make space for our stream. I really appreciate that,
What do
Skewed
you
One.
want?
Especially since you helped me keep the chat under control.
Let's make some bad
Super helpful.
decisions at high speed.
Alright, yep, it is a victor. I thought this was a victor here. I thought we were looking at a victor. So, whenever you're up against a victor, one of the first things you do is you take out that weapon arm as quickly as you can.
Warm attitude.
So we're doing a precision strike on the weapon arm of this victor. There we go. AC-20 destroyed.
Well, who needed salvage anyways?
What do you
So
need,
there
Commander?
goes that AC-20 on the victor.
Time to pour
So
on the
that
speed.
is about half of his firepower gone already. Right, let's do a Battle Lord with our artillery. And let's get some Inferno and Shape Charge on this victor. Alright.
That target's having a real
Nice
bad
hits
day.
there. Nice hits.
Commander.
Oh, okay. The DualSense controller has been interesting. Tell us more about this DualSense controller. Is it very different than a traditional controller? And here's a question. Can you take an old school controller and use it in PlayStation 5? Or do you have to use their new controller? Because I know personally, as an older person, as my son likes to call me a boomer, that's not quite the case at all, but I find that using old school controllers help me a lot more than using, for example, VR controllers and things like that are definitely hard to get used to.
Taking the high road.
Santa Claus has something to say here. He says, Sydney is a sister city of San Francisco. How many brown bears and grizzly bears wander the streets there in San Francisco? Oh, I would say at least on a given day, there's probably hundreds of bears that wander around the city of San Francisco. So that is not cliche at all. That's actually a true statement.
Let's make some bad decisions.
One time I saw a grizzly bear walking down with a suit and tie down the main part of San Francisco. So, all right. So what I want to do, we put together this new Crusader.
Full speed, no shoot.
And what's interesting about this Crusader, look at what it has. So it has all these reloading LRM-40s, right? It has 120 rocket launchers. And I just wanted to see what this mech can do with all these rocket launchers. So let's see what it does on this Victor. This is a lot of firepower all in one go. Let's see what it does. Wow, that's a lot of firepower from one Crusader.
That hit something good.
This Crusader might be a keeper.
I'm on the clock.
Now you have to keep in mind it can only do that twice in a mission,
Let's get down
but
to it.
still, that's pretty impressive. All right, random survey question: have you ever given someone a wedgie before, or gotten one? I think that's definitely a yes. Thank you, Jay Moore, for that random survey question. I think everybody on this stream, if they're going to be honest, has either given someone a wedgie or gotten one, or probably both. Askewed One says, for the PlayStation 4 version of the games, you're supposed to be able to use the old game controller. I haven't going through the process to sync one to the new console, though, so I can't speak to that currently. All right. Let's see if we can take out one of the legs here.
One attitude
On
adjustment.
this Victor. Trying to maximize salvage here. And no. Wow, that thing practically fell off the edge there. Alright, well, the good news is we got a lot of salvage here. The bad news is it's all mechs that I don't necessarily want. So this is I'll keep the Victor part that we got there, but I would have liked to have gotten more Victor parts. But what we can do is do some farming here, since we're about to pay our bills. So let's see, we've got no damage to our core heavy mechs. We have a little bit of damage to our Firestarter Omni, and no injuries. So that was a very successful mission. Alright, let's maximize our salvage here. So we're going to take the Victor part. Gosh, we have a whole bunch of yuck. A whole bunch of yuck available. So let's look at components first. Are there any components that are just too good? Ooh, alright, I'll take the... No, there's nothing here, components that's interesting. So we'll just take the Hunchback parts. Hope we could complete a Hunchback for sale. We'll take the Wolverine part. the Trebutrash part and the Blackjack part. And I'll bet you we get all the mech parts. Yep, we got everything out of that mission, actually. Alright, so like I said, that's probably going to be a mission where we can actually just put some mechs together for cash. But I'm really excited about what that Crusader did. That's a lot of firepower coming out of a 65-ton mech. Now you have to keep in mind, it can only do those rocket launcher shots twice. But that's a significant amount of damage coming from one mech in that tonnage bracket. Alright, we gotta repair our Firestarter Omni. Oof, look at that. So much stuff that was almost destroyed, and yet the Firestarter Omni is going to be back and running in 2 days, and it only cost us $15,000. One of the things I like about the Firestarter Omni and why it remains a viable scout for you throughout the game is the fact that it's so cheap to repair. It's going to take damage almost every time, but the damage that it took there was so low. Askewed One is telling us about the PlayStation 5 controller. The DualSense is slightly larger than the PlayStation 4 controller, a little heavier too, but I'm really liking the textured back. Okay, well that's helpful. I mean, one thing we've all noticed, I think, for example, when we look at our phones, I don't know about you guys, but my phones outside of a case, I drop it like 15 times a day unless it has a case in it, because they made it so smooth and slippery that it's really hard to hold on to the new iPhones outside of a case. So having a textured grip to that controller would definitely be helpful. All right, let's go into storage real quick. All right, what can we put together? All right, so we can put together a Hunchback here. Don't really care what parts we use because I'm just going to be selling this sucker.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
Alright, so let's put that in to storage so we can sell it later. Alright, anything else we could put together? Oh, we could put together a Javelin. Alright, let's just get this thing out of our mech bay.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
So, Askewed One, what is the load time on the PlayStation 5? Is it a lot faster than the PlayStation 4? Because that's usually a big criteria for me, is how quickly things load on a system. Alright, while we wait for Askewed One to get back to us on that, let's quickly go to the store. There's not much I could do with this catapult, so let's go ahead and sell that. We'll sell our Hunchback that we just put together. Sell that. Sell this Javelin. Alright, and just like that, we have plenty of money to pay our bills. So, there's that going for us. Alright, so we've got a level 4 recovery mission. And we have a level 4, or 3.5 capture base mission. And we have a level 4 capture base mission. Okay. I'm inclined to do the 3.5 skull here. Unless someone disagrees, we'll do this capture base mission. Alright, we got our Dragonfire, Thantanos, the Heliopist, the Grasshopper. I'm not sure if our new Crusader is going to be a good mech to take on a capture base mission, because we need sustained firepower. So I'm going to take the Crusader out for right now. Alright, we need another scout, so we'll use our other Phoenix Hawk. Let's see. You know what? It's a 3.5 skull mission. I don't think we need to take 7 mechs. Let's take 6. So we'll take our Dragonfire, Thantanos, Heliopis, Grasshopper, Phoenix Hawk, Phoenix Hawk. That should be plenty to handle a 3.5 skull mission. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream today. I also want to remind everybody to get involved in the chat room, please. Let's make some noise. As much as I'd love to talk to myself, I'd love to talk to you. So let's make this a party in an engaged situation. Also, I want to remind everybody while that is loading up, we do have a giveaway on our channel. So if you give us a follow, that's all you have to do at no cost to you. You get an entry into our Funko Pop giveaway once a month. We give away a Funko Pop. I will say that the minimum you need to do for a chance at the Funko Pop is to follow us. However, if you go to our streams on a regular basis, if you engage in the chat room, if you are interactive or supportive of our channel, you're going to basically get more entries into the giveaway. Much like on YouTube where they say, we're having a giveaway, and the more that you comment on more videos, the better the chance that you'll get the giveaway. It's the same thing here. So it's real simple. Say hello in the chat room. Tell us how your day's going, what you're going to do today, what games you're playing. Do you have any questions about Battletech? Anything and everything is fair game. I mean, look, we're talking about tourism in Australia, for crying out loud. So literally anything is on the table when it comes to the chat room.
Command interface initiated.
All right. Okay, we already have contact. A lot of comm chatter coming from the factory. Let's move some observers. Okay. We've got
Guys,
to
let's go to a bar after
scout the
mission.
mech
I know a
factory.
place.
Ready for orders.
All right, we're in an urban environment, so let's take advantage of our jumpers. See what we're up against. All right, we got a guillotine here. Now, I actually have multiple parts of a guillotine, so if we can get some parts off this guillotine, it's going to be worthwhile. Let's do a sensor lock on this guillotine.
Got a lock.
Alright, we got another 50 tonner coming in, a hunchback. Okay. Alright, going after our Phoenix Hawk. Now the big thing here is, and this is mainly for newer players, if you're in an urban environment and your mech's, the building that your mech is on starts taking damage, you need to jump it the next opportunity. You can't let your mech sit on top of a building that's taken structural damage. It will get dropped pretty quickly. Alright, let's hit this guillotine.
Right, Commander.
That's really good salvage. I like the guillotine quite a bit. It's a very powerful mech for its tonnage. It's a very nice design as an energy build. And now that this game does actually charge you for your ammunition as part of the mod for non-energy weapons, you know, it does slightly favor energy weapons. I mean, they're already kind of favored anyways because the accuracy for energy weapons is much higher. Alright, cannot get shots on the guillotine. Alright, so let's take shots at this hunchback. Alright, let's see what we got here. Not bad. For the distance, that's pretty good chance of a hit there. And we know it doesn't take too much to take a hunchback out. I remember the first time I saw a hunchback in the original campaign, I was so freaked out because I was like, oh my god, that's a hunchback. It's got an AC-20. I'm going to get destroyed. And it was like, yeah,
I'm on the clock.
they're not that bad. They're not that scary, really. I mean, hunchbacks for their tonnage, if they have that AC-20 and they get in close, they can be nasty. But they're not as nasty as I thought that original first time that I saw a hunchback. Oh, we got some splash damage on the enemy behind the hunchback with our miss. Alright.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, I gotta say, now
to
that I've
pour on
really
the
gotten a
speed.
handle on how to use artillery, I love artillery so much here. So, alright. So we're going to do a Battle Lord here. And let's get some sniper artillery on this guillotine because we know it's an energy build. So we want to increase the heat on the guillotine. And we got some structural damage as well.
That target's having a real bad day.
Nice hits there. Alright, guillotine's going to jump, increasing its heat even more. Oh, got a lucky strike there on our
Minor
Dragon
damage,
Fire.
Commander. Nothing
Caused
to
some
see.
structural
Just
damage.
fine.
We're going to have to watch that very carefully. Our Dragon Fire has great firepower, but it's a little fragile for its
Going
tonnage.
full drop.
So really, it's ideally suited to be a sniper, which is what I use it for the most part. And that's another thing I'm really going to try to remind everybody, especially newer players, you want to use your mechs for what they're designed to do. You can't take a light mech and turn it into a brawler, except for there's a select few mechs that you can do that with, like a fire starter, for example. You don't want to take a fire support mech like a blackjack or like a blackjack or a let's jump in here on the guillotine. Or a Warhammer. You know, a Warhammer, when you hear the name Warhammer, it feels like it's, oh, that's the type of mech that would be great to be a brawler or a close-in fire support. No. A Warhammer is a direct fire support mech that should be in the back of your formation, not in the front. Those are the type of things that can really give yourself a headache with if you're not smart about it. Alright, let's go after one of the legs of the guillotine here with a precision strike. Of course, we barely hit the leg there. You know what? The more I think about it, because there's talk about taking the precision strike away from this mod, the more I'm like, you know what? Half the time my precision strike doesn't work anyways. So, I don't know how many times I say, okay, let's go for the leg, and it doesn't even hit the leg. Let's spam this guillotine from another direction. Nice hits there. PC destroyed.
Want some more? Huh?
I'm on the clock. What do you want? All right, let's get.
But that's one of the things that people make the biggest mistake on, is they don't use mechs for what they're designed to do. Oh, a Marauder. Alright, that's some nice salvage there. I haven't seen too many Marauders on this playthrough. And they're one of my favorite mechs. So, I'd love to get some Marauder parts out of this. If I get some Marauder and Guillotine parts, I will be a happy camper. Alright, down goes the Guillotine. What else do we have in the background? Alright, so we have 2 support lances. We got 12 enemies. Plus, we have to capture the base as well.
You've got nothing. You hear me?
So chances are, when we try to capture the base, there'll be at least another land. So we might have 16 enemies on this mission. All right, again, that building is taking lots of damage, so we need to jump
That hurt.
at our next opportunity with that Phoenix Hawk. All right, we got a Roughneck. Roughnecks are the least scary, one of the least scary mechs I've ever seen. I mean, I remember the first time I saw a Roughneck, I was like, oh my god, what is that? That looks scary. And then I'm like, oh, it's a Roughneck. It has hardly any weapons, and it's really not designed to be a battle mech. So a Roughneck is kind of a running joke for me. Oops, oh boy. Alright. It was actually, see, if the enemy had targeted the building, they would have done a lot more damage to me there than shooting at my Phoenix Hawk.
What do you want?
Alright, Xantanos, let's move up.
Alright, let's
Alright,
get
now I have a
down to it.
decision to make. Do I keep picking this guillotine apart, or do I just get rid of it? Let's just try to get rid of it.
One attitude adjustment counts.
Maybe I'll finish off the leg, that other leg, and we'll get multiple parts. Both legs destroyed. Good.
I'm legally
Alright,
obligated
2
to
salvageable
perform on
parts.
pay-per-kill.
Alright, Skewed One says they can be made into stuff, but anything the AI fields is pretty low risk to face. Or are you talking about the
What do you need,
Roughneck
Commander?
there? Yeah, I mean, I don't. One time, now one thing I think would be cool
Time to pour on the
is
speed.
if Bloody Doves, who's the developer of this mod, gave you the option to start out with aggro mechs only. I think that would be interesting. Could you imagine if you started with a couple aggro mechs and that was how you started? I think that would be a very nice challenge.
Heat be damned, I'm firing
Alright, let's
everything.
hit that Marauder with some heat. Ooh, nice damage on that Marauder. And we caused some heat damage as well. Very nice. You started rotating one into occasional service? The Roughneck? Wow. I can't say I've ever used one. Maybe out of desperation,
On my
I've
way.
used a Roughneck once or twice. But you are a very ambitious man to do that. I gotta say. Alright, alright, let's just hit this Hunchback.
Taking the shot.
But I think it would be interesting if you had a start. If you maybe you started out with 2 Cattle Masters, which is basically a Panther with bad weapons, and maybe a Roughneck or a Loadmaster, and then I don't know what else they would give you as an aggro mech, but that would be funny. Oh, you're using a Roughneck as a punch bot. Yeah, it's good for that.
Receiving you.
I mean, Roughnecks do have good armor. I will give them that. That's about the only thing good about a Roughneck, in my limited opinion. All right, let's do Precision Strike here. Might as well enjoy the Precision Strike before it goes away, and we'll hit the leg here. On the Hunchback, get knocked down. Nice hits there. Oh, there's the Roughneck. Alright, again, if the enemy had gone after the building I was on, it would have been a lot more damage than going after
What
my
can I do
Phoenix
for you?
Hawk there. If the AI ever figures out how effective it would be if it just shot at buildings, we would maybe be in trouble.
Time to fly.
Alright, let's keep our Phoenix Hawk jumping. And let's see, we can go after that other leg on the Hunchback here.
Another hit like that, and you're toast.
So, the Skewed One, are you liking that new game that you were waiting for? Was it a lot of fun? Tell everybody, I'm not sure everybody was on the stream when you told me, oh, there goes our Phoenix Hawk. Ouch. Alright, that hurts. That's some serious fall damage. Tell everybody about the game that you just got. Just give us a little 4-sentence blurb about the game that you just picked up that you're excited about. It sounded like a real interesting game. I'm sure there's some people who are into music that would be really interested in that game. Alright, going after our Phoenix Hawk there.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
The Dragonfire already had some structural damage, so let's keep the Dragonfire out of this fight. Alright, okay. A little bit of a heat issue here, but let's see if we can't maybe finish off this Hunchback.
Well, who needed salvage?
Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate the additional follow. We've had lots of follows on the stream. Really appreciate it. Each and every follow means a lot to our channel as we try to grow it. I don't think we're going to become the Ninja channel anytime soon, but we're definitely making some great growth at building our community, which is really what our goal is. And that starts with you. Okay, so the Skewed One is telling me about the new game that he just picked up. You could pick up multiple. So basically, it's a DJ game where you can take multiple songs, as you can imagine, and string them together into songs of your choice. Is that basically a good description of Skewed One?
I'm legally obligated to inform you on pay per kill.
So a Skewed One, I think what everybody would want to know is, ooh, allow who? That's some good salvage. We're getting some good salvage out of this mission. So a Skewed One, oh, there goes our Phoenix Hawk. Maybe they are getting better at targeting
Getting pretty hot in
the
here, Commander.
buildings. So
What do you need, Commander?
music is available for this DJ song? I think that's one thing. This DJ game. I think a lot of people would like to know what songs are available for this song. All right, let's do a direct fire here on this Marauder. Really good hit percent chance. Let's go for let's go for the head. Why not?
Ooh, is it time to press the Alpha Strike button?
Nice hits there on the
I
Marauder.
love the Alpha Strike button.
Basically on shutdown almost. It's an eclectic mix of songs. So,
For orders.
give me an example. So, if I were to go into this game and play it, would I be able to find like Beyonce or,
Acknowledge.
Coldplay or anything like that available for these songs? Or are they more like more obscure bands? Just trying to see what we have to work with this DJ game.
Target's taken a critical hit.
so Skewed One says for this DJ game, there's a lot of dance, but there's a few country tracks from Brad Paisley, Shania Twain, clocks from. Oh, there is some Coldplay. That's actually a pretty big audience, or a pretty big group to have the music available from. So that's pretty cool. Now, can you record your songs and then export them onto, I don't know, like an MP3 drive or something like that, so you can actually share it with people? Or can you only use your creations within the game? Because I think that would be a key component for some people, is if they could share the music to other people. I know we're going a little off topic here. This isn't exactly Battletech conversation per se, but I'm still giving you gameplay while we have this discussion. Smash Mouth,
Critical hit,
Ace of
Commander.
Base. Ace of Base? Oh my god, that brings back memories. Refresh my memory, Skewed One. Is Ace of Base I Saw the Sign?
Light
I think it is.
Holding firm.
I think that's one of their big hits, was I Saw the Sign. If I'm not mistaken, that's really going back into my history. Oh, okay. So you can export your music creations. That sounds interesting. That does sound interesting. All right, I'm going to take a risk and get the Phoenix Hawk onto another building here. Hopefully this building won't fall down. Let's see if we can finish off this Marauder, perhaps. Yep, Ace of Base is I Saw the Sign, and that's the track they have on there. Talk about one-hit... So, would you say there's a fair amount of one-hit wonders on this? As well as, like, middle-tier artists? I'm just really curious. As our viewers tumble, as we don't talk about Battletech, but that's okay. We'll get back into Battletech in a moment. Hot Stuff from Donna Summer, Killing in the Name, even a Megadeth track. Huh, okay. So you have a wide range of songs you can use. All right, hopefully this building doesn't fall down.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, let's see if we could finish off this initial group of mechs, because it feels like we're on the verge of getting overwhelmed just numerically here.
Let's see if
See if we can get rid of that Marauder. Okay, there we go.
I'm legally obligated.
Few salvageable parts on the Marauder. Not as much as I would like, but I can live with that. Oh, so it's classic hits. Okay.
My neck's going over.
Alright, that's the second building that's gone down on our Phoenix Hawk. Alright, so you can see all the damage we're taking there. So, alright, our Phoenix Hawks, I'm going to have to be very conservative with them the rest of the mission. Alright, let's see if we can just put the hammer down on this Roughneck. See if we can just get rid of it. I don't really care about salvage on the Roughneck here.
One attitude just count.
So we're going all center torso, baby. Not quite enough.
I needed salvage anyways.
What do you need, Commander?
Heliopis. Alright, let's move you up. Let's see if we could do some direct shape charges. Precision strike. I think we're going to be seeing the end of the Roughneck here. Let's see. Center torso. This is going to be bad for the Roughneck.
Heat be damned, I'm firing everything.
There we go. Engine destroyed. There goes the
That's one
Roughneck.
more bad guy off the board.
Salt and Pepper's Push It, Benny Basal's Satisfaction are staples to always put my tracks to pull in my tracks. Okay.
Orders.
The skewed one, if I looked at your picture, your profile picture, to be honest, I never would have pictured you to be a salt and pepper fan. But hey, that just goes to show you never know what people like. But hey, everybody from our generation always has a special place in their heart for some salt and pepper. Salt and Pepper, Beastie Boys, Run DMC, those guys that really started, even Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, all those guys that kind of started a whole new generation of music. For good or bad, it's close to the heart of a lot of us older people.
I can see why people enjoy this line of work.
And I don't say older people in a negative way. My son, on the other hand, thinks anybody over 40 is a boomer. So, what can I tell you? All right, we got a Blackjack Omni. That's some decent salvage. Interesting salvage. Oh, it's got already has damage to its center torso. So how many parts of a Blackjack Omni am I really going to use? It also has a Gauss rifle, so it's probably a good idea to try to get rid of this guy as quickly as we can. Nice hits on the center torso there.
Good to go.
Alright, our other Phoenix Hawk. So this Phoenix Hawk is in a tough spot because it's actually fallen off of 2 buildings now. So one of the things you always want to consider is it worth just ejecting your mech? I'm not there yet with this Phoenix Hawk, but I am going to push it towards the back of the formation. So... Alright, Skewed One, I think we single-handedly drove our audience away with the discussion of that new game. But that's okay.
I'm on the clock.
You know,
What do you want?
people are going to come and go from streams. Doesn't bother me at all.
Let's make some bad
But
decisions.
I enjoyed learning more about that game personally. So, I have no issues with it. Alright, let's... see if we can keep hitting this Blackjack. Maybe we can get a quick kill out of it. If we got some hits on the center torso, that would have helped.
I'm on the clock. What do you want? All right.
Oh, the Blackjack fell down. Nice. Alright, let's take advantage of that, and let's just finish off this Blackjack. Anything with a Gauss rifle, once you get it on the ground, you should try to keep it on the ground.
Well, who needed salvage anyways? Now who's dumb for having all the armor?
Just 1 second, everybody. Sorry about that.
What do you need, Commander?
So close to taking out that engine would have at least been good parts of salvage. Yeah. I mean, we'll get there. I mean,
Move into position.
this Blackjack Omni, I would have liked maybe 3 or 4 days ago. I would have been excited about this Blackjack Omni because it is, for a Blackjack, Blackjack Omnis are really nice.
Hostile eliminated.
As a direct fire support weapon, they are really good. But am I going to use one now? Not really. So, and that's not to say I won't use lighter mechs. I have lighter mechs that I use all the time.
What do you need, Commander?
But the Blackjack as a direct fire support weapon, I already have better direct fire support weapons already. Alright, we got a partisan heavy tank here. Let's do Battle Lord. We're gonna do shape charges. Can we do precision strike as well? We can. Alright, so let's just see what we could do with
Heat be damned, I'm
shape
firing
charges.
everything.
That did a lot of damage all to
That
one
target's having a
spot,
real bad day.
which makes it really easy to finish off that enemy tank. We just have a lot of enemy forces on this map.
Now who's
And we still haven't even scouted the enemy base yet. The Lao-Hu, another mech I haven't figured out what it wants to be. I think the Lao-Hu, you have to look at the Lao-Hu as a electronic warfare support mech and a energy mech. Those are the two best things you can do with a Lao-Hu. But it's really, the beauty of a Lao-Hu is definitely in the support, electronic support role is where it really shines. If we get enough parts to put one together, I'll show you.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, we're keeping this Phoenix Hawk in the fight, but we have to keep it
Moving
evasive because it's already got damage to both of its legs. So, let's see if we could just finish off this partisan tank.
Roger that.
No, that partisan tank does not want to die. Alright, we got another enemy force coming in, so we got to finish off this. This will be the second lance that we're dealing with right now. There's just a lot of enemy mechs on this map. Yeah, the Lao-Hu came with an LBX-20. Yeah, the problem with that is it takes up so much of its tonnage. I mean, a Lao-Hu is a fire support mech that also gives electronic warfare support. That's really, really where it shines. Let's do some multi-target here. Alright, see if we can
And for my next trick, a stunning display of ineptitude.
just get rid of that partisan tank here, hopefully. And we miss. Oh boy.
Sometimes
That was
is
not helpful.
However, this will mostly be painful.
Oh no. Alright, I think it's time. A skewed one, I think we have to seriously consider ejecting that Phoenix Hawk right now. I don't like it taking any more damage than
Make
it
some
already
bad
is.
Decisions at high speed.
Alright, I've got to get rid of that partisan tank. I don't know why it's still there. It should have been destroyed a long time ago. Alright, so let's... Alright, die partisan tank. Finally! Finally! That's just the variant I would wound up getting, but yeah, coming up with a weapon made me think it wanted to be closer to a brawler. Yeah, it's... The Lao-Hu is tough. It has a value as a support mech, but it's kind of heavy for a support mech, if you know what I mean, from a tonnage standpoint. I
I'm under
think we
heavy
might
fire.
get enough parts of this that I can try to show you what I tend to
What
do
do you
with
need,
those,
Commander?
if you're interested.
On the way, nice and
All
slow.
right, thank you for the additional follow there. Really appreciate it. I've had some great follows this stream. All right, let's put some heat and firepower into that
Is
Lao-Hu.
it time to press the Alpha Strike button?
Nice
I
hits
love
there.
the Alpha Strike.
LRM
That target's
explosion.
having a real bad day.
All right, so that Lao-Hu doesn't have a lot of durability. That's one of the downsides of it. Is the Lao-Hu can be picked apart pretty easily for its
They've
tonnage.
blown past my armor.
So you don't want it to be in a position where it's too close to the enemy as a brawler, because it will die quickly.
Roger.
Alright, Grasshopper. Let's keep hitting this Lao-Hu. Ooh, nice hits on the legs and the center torso. And
This heat.
we're overheating a little bit, but that's okay.
Internals. Orders.
Alright, this Phoenix Hawk is a little beat up as well. Let's get on top of a building. And let's hit the Lao-Hu here. Oh, that was a lucky strike. I'm not sure what happened there,
Target neutralized.
but we got 4 salvageable parts. There was no weakness in his armor that would dictate that sort of an explosion. You know what? Let's... Yeah, I'm just going to take the Phoenix Hawk and just move it completely out of the battle here. I'm not going to eject it, but I'm just going to keep it away from the fight. Which is basically the same thing. You have a love-hate relationship with the Phoenix Hawk? They are made of glass, that is true. I mean, the Phoenix Hawk you just have to treat like a light mech, and you just have to keep it evasive every single
What do you
turn.
want?
Alright. Alright, what do we got? We got an Ontus. Oh, a Corsair. Oh, we have a couple of Corsair parts already. I'd love to get me a Corsair. Corsairs are really underrated because, like Cataphracts, they're Franken-mechs, but they still are very solid for their tonnage. Very underrated mech. And you end up with some really cool weapons combinations with Corsairs. Alright, here comes an Archer. That's where those missiles were coming from. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, that's not good. That's not good. Alright, our Dragonfire needs to go...
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Needs to go to the rear with the gear.
Let's make some bad
We
decisions.
can
and
tank with our
eyes.
Santanos here. Oh, and we really need to make this Archer pay. So let's go for a precision strike, center torso. I don't really care about salvage on an Archer too much. So maybe we can make this guy pay for that cheap shot on the Dragonfire. I'd love to knock this guy out with this round. I don't know if we can do enough damage to the center torso. Nope, not quite
It's
enough.
getting pretty fucking warm in here.
Ooh, but our Heliopist might
way,
be able
nice
to
and
finish him
slow.
off. Right, let's do shape charges on the head of this Archer.
Heat be damned, I'm firing everything.
There we go. There goes the Archer.
That's one more bad
Very
guy
nice.
off the board.
Very nice team effort to take that Archer off the field very quickly before it missile spams us to death. Alright, let's move up our Grasshopper to do some tanking. Oh, there's 2 Corsairs. 2 Corsairs. We are getting some nice salvage out of this mission, let me say. In theory. Every time I say that, we end up not getting what I'm hoping for. But in theory, we should be getting some good salvage here. But we've got a real fight on our hands with these Corsairs. Alright. Completely missed the Dragonfire. Thank goodness. I've got to pull the Dragonfire back. Gotta keep an eye. Unfortunately, the time draws for me to pass out for a few hours so you can work tonight. Alright, SQ1, we're always so happy to have you join us and make our streams
Roger that.
so much more fun. So please enjoy some rest, well-deserved rest, and also your work today. As always, stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Ninja Storms 55 for the stream, for the follow. Really appreciate it.
Commander?
We're probably going to be wrapping up our stream as well after this mission. So, let's see. Alright, I'm going to be really aggressive here with this Phoenix Hawk, because we've got some serious enemy firepower in these Corsairs. And I need all the help I can get here. So let's...
Got it.
We're going to have to keep the Phoenix Hawks' the Phoenix Hawks, plural. Hawkses? No, Hawks. In the rear, doing some sniping with their large lasers. So...
Reporting.
I think that will work out okay. Let's just finish off this map. So we have 4 enemies left. But then we still have to capture the factory. This is shaping up to be one heck of a mission. This is one of those missions we might need a few days of repairs for afterwards.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, Dragonfire needs to pull back.
Alright, let's get down to it.
He needs to focus on being a fire support mech here. And we're out of Goth rifle ammo. Alright, so let's do a precision strike here. Dragonfire. Let's see if you can push through and do some significant damage to this center torso of this hunchback. Well, we took out a building. Does that count?
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright. Let's kind of do the same thing here with the Thantanos. It needs a round to cool. So let's do that, and then we'll also hit the hunchback here. See if we can get another enemy off the field here before we have to deal with those Corsairs.
Well, who needed salvage anyways?
What do you need, Commander? On the way, nice and slow.
Okay, so one thing we can do, since these Corsairs are right next to each other, let's see if we could get some splash damage on both of them right here. Get some heat and some damage on those Corsairs.
That target's having a
That's
real
a good hit
bad
right
day.
there.
Receiving you.
Alright, we're going to push up with our Grasshopper because it's got the most.
Roger.
Alright, abandoned base, awfully lively down there. Yep. Additional reinforcements. Oh boy. Are you serious?
Secure the area, Commander. I'm still seeing hostile contacts on screen.
Hopefully that's referring to the enemies that we're engaging right now, because we already have a sizable enemy force that we're fighting here. Alright, let's hit that vehicle while we can. Structure exposed. Savka, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Ooh, alright. That Corsair overheated. That's very helpful. Very helpful indeed.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, Phoenix Hawk. Alright, you're gonna make a dash across the map.
Copy.
Maybe I can use our Phoenix Hawks to really focus on finishing off this Hunchback. Do precision strike here. Center torso. Don't care about salvage.
Locking on target.
Yes. Alright, there goes the Hunchback. Very good.
Hostile eliminated.
Very good.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, the other Phoenix Hawk. Let's keep sprinting. And
Double time.
take some cheap shots at one of the Corsairs here. At long range.
Tell me what to shoot.
Alright, good hits there at long range. Huh? That Corsair is about to fall over. I'll take it. Alright, the other Corsair is going after our Grasshopper.
Reporting internal damage.
Oh, but it overheated.
I'm
That's
on the
good.
clock. What do you want?
Alright, so that means we can actually risk our Dragon Fire
Let's
a
make
little
some
bit
winning
here.
Decisions at high speed.
Let's get some shots into the rear of this Corsair.
Oh, now that's exciting.
Alright, there goes one of the Corsairs.
I'm legally obligated
One
to
salvageable
inform you
part.
on paid per kill.
Certain mechs, I swear, have a tendency to only give you 1 or 2 parts.
I'm on the clock.
The Corsair is a good example. It feels like it to me. Alright, this Corsair is overheated, so we need to take advantage of that. Go for one of the legs.
One attitude adjustment now.
Really make it pay for overheating here. Nice hits there.
Well, I needed salvage anyway.
What do you need, Commander? On the way, nice and slow.
Heliopus. Alright. Go for a shape charge. And can we get a direct shot in? No, we can't. Alright, let's go for the Corsair. Oh, we took out the leg.
That target's...
And it's overheated. This is a good example of a team effort to take out a very powerful mech.
Aye, aye.
Every little bit of damage that we do counts. Alright, let's finish off this Montos, hopefully. Not quite. Alright, it's going to laser spam us. Thanks everybody for joining the stream. We're finishing up a capture base mission.
Ah, I can see why people enjoy.
Ready for
A
order.
four-star capture the base mission. Actually, it was a 3.5 star, but it's feeling more like a 5-star. I think that we got some false advertising on this mission. Alright, let's do precision strike here. See if we can just finish off this
Target lock on enemy's
Montos.
rear.
Not quite enough.
Scored a critical hit.
Commander?
Let's actually sprint in the Phoenix Hawk towards our objective, which is to capture this base. And while it's there, it might as well take some shots at the leg on this Corsair.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
get rid of this vehicle while we can. Hopefully. There we go. Nice hit there. Alright, now theoretically we should just have to take out this Corsair, and this mission should be ours once we capture this base.
Alright, let's get down
See if we
to
can
it.
finish off his last leg. That would be ideal here.
Let's see if I'm sober enough.
Alright, good hits there.
Well, who needed salvage
And
anyway?
he's panicked.
What do you need, Commander? On the way, nice and slow.
Let's see if we can target the other leg here. Let's do a shape charge, actually. Shape charge. And we'll do a Battle Lord. And see if we can finish off this last leg on this Corsair. There we go.
That's one more bad guy off
One
the board.
salvageable part. Really?
Looks like I need to fire a mech tech. I'm running out of AC-10 ammo.
I copy.
Alright, that should be it for the enemies.
Heads up,
Oh,
Commander. You've got hostile
Negative.
contact inbound.
we've got reinforcements. Not good. We're on our last legs here. We got a Cataphract and a 70-tonner. Alright.
Commander?
Not ideal. Alright, let's have our Phoenix Hawks. Alright, Phoenix Hawks need to stay evasive. We got this Cataphract. It's a little isolated, hopefully,
Engaging target.
but it's got full armor. This is way too much enemies. Now we're up to over 20
Here we
enemies
go.
on this mission. All right, let's send one of our Phoenix Hawks towards the
Double
objective here, so we can capture the objective.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Gotta say, we're beat up already from this mission so far. Now we got a Cataphract. Hopefully there's just 2 reinforcements here, because we cannot
My armor's getting
take
ripped
too
off.
much of a stand-up fight
On the
here.
clock. What do you want?
Let's see if we can engage this Cataphract at long range.
High
We
speed.
do have a long-range firepower advantage. So let's do a precision strike here. I don't even know if we're going to care about salvage on a Cataphract. So, you know, logic tells me we should just go center torso on this guy. See if we can get a quick kill. We've already fought a lot of enemies.
What do you need, Commander?
It's not good when my
Time to pour on the
Heliopus has
speed.
to be on the front line. That is not an ideal situation. Okay. Let's do a precision strike here. We'll switch to HE. Main goal here is just to cause overheating on the Cataphract.
That target's having a real bad day.
Take some of its weapons out of play, hopefully. Or cause it to self-destruct. We got another 70-tonner coming in. Jeez. This has been a nasty
Light
brawl.
damage. Holding firm.
Nasty, nasty brawl. Alright, again, I think we want to pull back use our long range
Double time.
advantage
Let's go.
here. Even though the hit percentage is not great.
Locked on.
Right, we at least hit the enemy behind the cataphract. We are running out of armor.
Trouble.
That is the big
Hey,
problem
I'm
here.
getting my ass kicked.
I can see why people enjoyed this line of work.
We got a Warhammer, Cataphract,
Yes, Commander.
alright, Phoenix Hawk. What can you do for us? What can you do? We can have you do some flanking. It's probably the best thing we can do with the Phoenix Hawk this round. It's got very little armor left.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, Phoenix Hawk, you can secure the objective.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Dragonfire, what do you got for us?
Alright, let's get down to
You
it.
don't have a lot of armor. That's part of the problem. Let's just do some spam on this Warhammer. Hope we get lucky. Nope. We've got a significant enemy force coming at us, and I don't have a lot to throw at it
I'm on the clock. What
right
do you
now.
want?
I guess we're going to have to tank with our Thanos here,
Alright, let's get down
since
to
it
it.
has almost full armor. Alright, we're going to do another precision strike on the center torso of the cataphract. I think we could probably get rid of the cataphract here.
Let's see if I'm sober enough to run this.
Yep, there we go. There goes the cataphract. Okay, so now we know there's 3 enemies left.
I'm legally obligated to inform you I'm paid per kill.
We didn't get a lot of salvage there, but I don't care. I don't even care about salvage on this Warhammer here. We just want to get these enemies off the field as quickly as we can. Now, fortunately, the enemy is moving into the fire, which is hilarious.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright. Sadly, we have to put the Heliopis
On the way,
again
nice and slow.
towards the front, which I don't like doing. Only bright side is we can do a direct precision strike with the sniper ammo on the center. Actually, we should do indirect because the hit percentage is much higher. And let's hit this Warhammer. Hopefully, we can cause some heat issues. It's a good start.
Yeah.
All right, Grasshopper. We're gonna have to be aggressive on this Warhammer while we kind of have it isolated
I'm on it.
from the rest of the enemy force.
Light damage, Commander. Ready for orders.
We occupied the factory. Alright, now the Phoenix Hawk has virtually no armor left, but it does have all of its weapons. So we can still use it as a flanker. Very nice hits there, structural damage. Very good.
Solid connection on that one.
Commander?
Alright, same thing with this Phoenix Hawk. What can we do? Alright, we can do a jump here.
Here we go.
We can hit the other side of the Warhammer.
Affirmative.
Nice hits there again.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, Dragonfire needs to keep pulling back.
Alright, let's get down to it.
Don't want to lose any of its components. Let's do a precision strike. If we can just get a couple strikes on this leg, we can get knocked down maybe.
Line this up.
Nope, no luck there. Didn't even hit the leg once.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, let's keep pushing up with the Santanos. It's
Let's
the only
get
mech.
down to
Alright, it's a grasshopper that's coming up. Okay. Alright, that's a problem for another day. Let's focus in on getting knocked down on this Warhammer. Nice hits there. Another injury.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright.
On the way, nice and slow.
Alright, so what do we have? We know we have a fire grasshopper here. We know its biggest weakness is heat. So let's see if we can heat it up. Nice. And we got some more splash damage onto that Warhammer. Alright, let's keep our grasshopper a long distance. And see if we can just finish off that Warhammer. There we go, Warhammer down.
Target eliminated. Commander,
We need to keep our Phoenix Hawk evasive. Should be able to jump on this building, but it can't shoot at the enemy. So let's alright. We're gonna take a little risk with our Phoenix Hawk here. We just need to get as much hits on this thing as quickly as possible and get this grasshopper down. Because there's still another enemy somewhere that we're going to have to deal with. And we've already taken a lot of damage on this mission.
Good to go.
Oh, there's the other enemy. Okay. Alright, Phoenix Hawk, can you keep that other enemy busy?
Moving fast.
What do we got? Another grasshopper. Oh, jeez. Alright, we take shots into the rear of that grasshopper. No, I think we gotta hit this grasshopper.
Right, Commander.
We've had so many heavy mechs on this mission, it's not even funny. It's almost been all heavies
On the
and
clock.
assaults
What do you want?
on this mission. Let's be careful with our dragon
Let's
fire.
make some bad decisions
Don't
and
want to lose
eyes.
any components here. Alright, there's a war crime. Ooh, hard hits on our Phoenix Hawk. Ooh, oh man.
Shoot me next.
Oh, that hurts. I was really trying to avoid losing a mech on this mission. But we're getting some really great salvage out of this thing. So, in the big scheme of things, it's going to be okay.
One attitude.
If we lose a Phoenix Hawk. We probably need the space in the mech bay, to be honest with
This
you.
arena is empty, so it's time to
Oh,
go
thank you for the
karate.
follow.
What do you need, Commander?
Really appreciate all of our follows here on the channel. Matt and Vic Gaming, thank you for the follow. Every time you follow our channel, you're entered into our... Well, not every time. If you follow, it's not like you do it multiple times. But when you follow our channel,
Heat
you
be
get
damned, I'm
entered into our
firing
monthly
everything.
Funko Pop giveaway at no cost to you.
That target's having a real bad day.
Standing by.
I'm gonna have to push in with our grasshopper.
Head down.
Trying to avoid too much damage on this mission, but sometimes avoiding damage just ends up getting you more damage in the long run.
Acknowledge.
Oh, another building down. I wonder how many war crimes we can commit on this mission. Oh, they're definitely going after a Phoenix Hawks.
God, the mech tech's gonna hate repairing that one.
Another Phoenix Hawk down. They know what they're doing.
I'm on the clock.
Classic case of me keeping my Phoenix Hawks into the battle too long.
All right, let's get down
This is
to
going
it.
to be an expensive repair bill.
Let's see if I'm smart enough to line this up.
It's going to be more expensive for them than us, but still. 2 Phoenix Hawks need to be repaired.
Clock, what do you want?
And
All right, let's get down to it.
along with other miscellaneous repairs. So, alright, let's hit the leg on this grasshopper.
Let's see if I'm smart enough to line this up.
What do you need, Commander? On the way, nice and slow.
Okay. Let's do a direct fire shot. Running out of ammo.
Heat be damned, I'm firing everything.
Another building.
That target's having a real bad day.
What do you need?
We need to get knocked down on this guy. See if we can hit that leg.
Copy that.
Yes, yes, yes. Knockdown on the grasshopper. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Targets taken.
We desperately needed that to happen. We still got another grasshopper to deal with after this grasshopper. Alright, now he might self-destruct here because he's still firing his weapons.
Losing armor.
Even though he's... Yep, there we go. He self-destructed. That's the real value of those Inferno charges, is when you can get the enemy to destroy themselves.
Let's make some
Alright, we gotta get set up for this
decisions.
one last grasshopper, and then this mission will be over. Ouch. Ouch. Do not want hits like
I
that.
just dropped my coffee and I'm fucking angry. I'm on the clock. What do you
Let's
want?
push up with our Thantanos.
Let's make some bad decisions.
Best mech that we have for this battle right now. Let's see if we can hit one of the legs.
See if I'm smart enough to line this
Working
up.
on trying to get knocked down here. Alright, we already got structural damage. That's good.
Well, I needed
It's a good
salvage
start.
anyways.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, Heliopus, you're going to have to move up.
Time
It's
to
never
pour on the
good when I'm
speed.
taking my artillery mech and putting it in the front lines. But this is what we got to work with here.
Taking the shot, Commander.
Alright, a little bit of damage.
Good to go.
Let's push up with our grasshopper.
On my way. Double time.
Best thing we can hope for is just
Engaging target.
overwhelm this guy with firepower before we lose any more mechs. Another building down. That's like 5 war crimes.
I'm on the clock. What do you want? All right, let's get down to it.
We are guilty of some nasty stuff on this mission. Let's try precision strike here. Hit percentages are still lousy.
Let's see if I'm someone else to line this up.
This guy must have ECM
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
for us to have this low of a hit
All right,
percentage this
let's
close.
Get down to it.
Yeah, there's some ECM on this sucker.
Let's see if I'm someone else to line this up.
What do you need, Commander?
Fortunately, there's a lot of
On
us
the way,
and
nice
only
and
one
slow.
of him. Hopefully we can wear this guy down.
Taking the shot, Commander.
Commander. Confirmed.
War crime number 6. Every time you take out an building, it's a war crime. We're definitely in big trouble after this mission.
Not much armor left in that location.
Oh! Alright, he overheated himself and caused an injury, so I think we're
All right, let's get
finally
down
finish
to
this
it.
guy off, hopefully. Alright, let's hit leg. Knock down.
Well,
Knocked down, overheated. Another pilot entry. Alright. If we can't get this guy down now, we don't deserve to
all
win
right,
this mission.
Let's get down to it. Let's see if I'm someone else to line this up.
Nice hits there. Leg.
Well, who needed salvage anyways?
What do you need, Commander?
Die, grasshopper. Yes. Oh my goodness, that was a crazy battle. Alright, mission successful, thank goodness. Alright, we got a nice amount of money here. Let's see how much money we spent just out of curiosity on ammo. Look at that. That's a lot of ammo expense. Alright, so we got repairs to the Dragonfire, repairs to the Grasshopper. Wow, we might not be rebuilding these Phoenix Hawks. We'll have to see how expensive it is. Alright, so we've got some good salvage here. We're going to take the Corsair parts. Corsair. Corsair. I thought there was another Corsair. Just 2 Corsair parts? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. going to take the guillotine parts. And grasshopper part. Let's see what else we get. All right, we got Corsair, Grasshopper, Guillotine, Lahu, Marauder, Warhammer, Binary Laser, Gauss Rifle, Stealth. That's valuable. Of course, I think that was my stealth from my Grasshopper, my Phoenix Hawks. Let's see if these Phoenix Hawks are actually recoverable. Uh-oh. Hopefully we didn't freeze. Alright. Phoenix Hawk has been destroyed and could not be recovered. Alright, so one of our Phoenix Hawks was destroyed. Okay. Alright, let's repair our mechs first before we see what else we can put together, if we can. Oh, we lost 2 rounds of Gauss ammo. Alright, that's not too bad actually. Big scheme of things. Oh, except we don't have any available. Oh boy. Tell me we have Gauss ammo available in the store. Uh-oh. Not looking good. We do not have Gauss ammo in the store. Darn it. Alright. We can go a couple different ways. We can take the Gauss rifle off. Let's see. We can put something else completely on. We gotta remember the strength of this weapon. This weapons platform is long range. Alright, so we could take the Gauss rifle off temporarily and put on a Ultra Cannon 5. We should have Ultra Cannon 5 ammo available. No, we don't. Alright, that won't work. Ooh. Alright, this is not working. Alright, do we have... What ammo do we have? Ultra Cannon 10. Check the store. Is there anything in the store, ammo-wise, that... Oh, we can buy Ultra Cannon 5. Alright, let's do that. Okay. Alright, so we're going back to putting Ultra Cannon 5 on. So Ultra Cannon 5, Ultra Ammo, Ultra Cannon 5. That really reduces our firepower on this mech until we can get some Goth ammo. Alright. What can we do to put some temporary firepower onto this thing? Take off one of the medium lasers. Put on an ER large laser. That helps a little bit. I'll put some extra armor on. Alright, it's just going to be a fire support platform, direct fire support platform with less firepower until we get that Gauss rifle put back on. Alright, lost double heat sink. That's easy to fix on the Grasshopper. Not too bad.
Logged and noted.
Let's look at the Shadowhawk. Or the Phoenix Hawk. Is it worth repairing? That's the question. This is going to be expensive. Nah, it's not worth it, unfortunately. Sorry, Phoenix Hawk, you're scrapped now. That really hurts. Really hurts us from a scouting standpoint. Right. Oh. We needed to see if this fight was worth it. Let's go in storage. What can we put together? Alright, we can put together a guillotine. Nice. I like guillotines.
That mech you wanted is back online.
That's a downgraded. It's a downgraded guillotine. Is that all we get? For now, but we did get some Corsair parts. So I think we're one part away from getting Corsair. I think. Yeah. Corsair 5. Huh. Alright, well, that's all we're going to have for this stream today. So we'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Don't know if we'll have a stream for later on today. We'll see if time allows, and we'll talk to you next time.